A lot of fun on Condors Unleashed. I mean, why not? Games are fun. Shows are fun. I mean, this is a blast. We got Paul Willett here. We never know what Willie's going to do off camera, so it's kind of like one eye on the camera, one eye.
Exactly.
I mean, I need another eye. Perfect. I mean, see, you like that little segue? Minions giveaway, backpack clips. That's Saturday night. Yeah.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're awesome. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. 2,000 Minions backpack clips. First 2,000 kids 12 and under. Take them home Saturday night, 7 o'clock. Doors open at 6 p.m. Condors and San Jose. Condors 4-0 on home ice the month of December. So a hot home month of December. Looking forward to switching the calendar to January. The captain, Ryan Hamilton, joining us here on Condors Unleashed. And
El Capitan.
yeah, the Christmas break for the Condors as well, and your daughter's first Christmas as well. Must have been a special last couple of days for yourself and your wife.
Yeah, it was. It's always nice to have the break and spend time with the family. My mom and dad, sister and her boyfriend. They came down. We all met in Vegas, so no, it was a good time. We had a babysitter for a couple nights, which was really nice. But like Jerry was saying too, it's nice to kind of just unwind and get away from the rink and just kind of reset the buttons and come in fresh. And as you can see, the guys showed up from the break, real anxious to get it going, and those were two big wins.
Christmas in Vegas. Where was the dinner?
Actually, it was my mom and dad that wanted to do it. I was kind of surprised too, but they're not the biggest gamblers or whatever like that. But I'm not going to say no to Las Vegas. So we drove down, and yeah, it was.
The casinos usually put a nice Christmas spread out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, take the whole family. You got everything covered there. So if you're not covered there, there's nowhere else you can go. So we had a good time.
You look at this past weekend for the Condors, and you get put on a line with Ford and Miller. A lot of familiarity there with those two line mates. But, you guys had kind of split up here over the last couple of weeks, but you get back together, and that chemistry just comes right back into play on Sunday.
Yeah, Fordo and Millie, they're two great players, so you can put them with anybody, and they're going to do well. So one thing that's always nice too when you play with experienced guys is also just it's other set of eyes watching the game, picking new plays out or just kind of seeing how the game's evolving. That's one thing that we noticed. Miller's really good at that as well, especially on the power play. He can break down plays real well. So it's always nice to absorb that information, and as you can see, we enjoy playing with each other.
We saw it a little bit. We had a couple of players mic'd up during the outdoor game and during outdoor practice, but how much communication is there on a bench or even on the ice, maybe before a face-off, that you're constantly changing things?
Oh, it's massive. It's one of the most important things for any successful team. Obviously, there's that chemistry where sometimes you don't need to say anything, like the player can just get into that right spot. But in regards to a team running effectively, it's all about communication. A lot of our older guys, they do that. They're going to be the most vocal, but we always try to get the young guys speaking, and it's amazing just to see the progress is that, our young guys, our rookie guys, now they're being vocal. It's just a heads up. It's getting all the minds focused on the task and everyone working together. So you're talking on the bench, you're talking on the ice, you're calling for the puck, you're setting plays. You're talking to the other team as well sometimes. So there's communication everywhere. Yep.
What does this mean to you, having that C on your chest?
Oh, it's just it's an honor and a privilege. You're representing obviously the city, which is the biggest honor, but just a group of guys like that. I'm just representing the guys. It's not about any individual. So that's pretty much what it's all about. Obviously, the dialogue with the ref and the coaching staff, it's part of the job as well. But like you're saying, you're just representing the players.
I mean, when you're in the room, do people wait for you to say something because you're the captain?
No. Well, first of all, we have a lot, like you were saying, we have a lot of leaders on the team and stuff like that. You can't fake it. It's just got to come natural. Like, guys aren't stupid. Like, you can say cliche things and throw it out there. It's got no leverage, right? So it doesn't matter who you are. Sometimes when a guy that doesn't speak a lot, he pipes up during a play in intermission or something like that, it takes the team. It's really powerful. The same voice can get tuned out over and over. So got to be smart and selective of what you say. But it's amazing. Any team once you get into the season, you start gelling and those roles fit and everyone you just get on the same page. And obviously the most successful teams, that's what it's all about. Like we were saying with the communication and all that stuff. So we have a lot of leaders, and all of our young guys are developing, and they're going to be leaders too, and it's always fun to watch that progression.
You mentioned dialogue with the ref, and anytime you get in a situation like Sunday's game, late in the game, what was the Condors mentality? Because we mentioned it a couple of times on the air in terms of, listen, the Condors are up 4-1. Not going to back down from anything, but there's no need to get involved with anything. Let's go enjoy a nice Sunday night here after a win. But how much dialogue was there with the ref in terms of, just back and forth in terms of just trying to sort out penalties and stuff at the end of the game?
Yeah, I haven't had one of those games in a long time. That was more old-time hockey over there. Maybe
Look right at Willie.
Yeah,
Look right at Willie.
No, it's been a while since being part of that, but the refereeing, they did a great job. Obviously, they don't want to see anything get out of hand and stuff like that. And, it's just kind of just getting, just hearing what the calls are and stuff like that. The emotions were extremely high on both sides. So, that's part of the game. That's what our game is so fun to play and so amazing to watch, is that it's high skill and fast, but it's about emotions and stuff like that. So, it was a huge game for us. I'm sure the fans enjoyed it, and hopefully we can keep it going.
Your typical penalty call, the captain always goes over, pretty much always goes over and talks. What is that conversation? Are you pleading the guy's case? Are you trying to plant seeds for, next time he sees this or next time this happens? What is that like?
Yeah, let's be serious. Never in the history that I've ever talked to a ref that you're ever going to reverse a call. It's not about that.
It doesn't mean you can't try.
No, yeah, you can definitely be optimistic and stuff like that, but it's more just kind of stating your side of the case for possible situations or maybe in the future, or just get an understanding what they're seeing. Like you said, it all comes back down to communication. You got to be on the same page, both teams and the ref as well. So that's pretty much what it's all about, just kind of getting that dialogue and see where, if you have a disagreement, stuff like that, there's a bit of a disagreement, but you do it in a professional way because, the refs are doing their job. They're doing the best they can, just like the players and the coaches. So it's that fine line, and, you just try to have that dialogue.
You mentioned talking about the room and the chemistry and guys fitting in. Zach Kassian joins the team here this week. Hasn't officially arrived here to Bakersfield, but when you add a player like Zach Kassian and all the skill and the grit and the toughness that he can bring up front, you typically don't get that in the American Hockey League, this late in the year. Typically, a guy's already on a team or in an organization, but for a trade like this to happen and for an addition like that up front, guys have to be excited to get behind him and to welcome him into the fold.
Well, absolutely. He's an NHL hockey player. He's I played against him a little bit in the minors some years ago, and to see him play at the next level and play his game, like Jerry was saying, he can play the physical game, but he's also got the skill as well to go with it. So that's a dangerous combination. So yeah, we're real excited. It's going to be a huge jolt for us, and hopefully we get that momentum from it. And we're excited to have him, and I'm sure he's going to be a great asset for our team.
New Year's resolutions for you?
No, I don't really do that. We kind of stick to it. If you got a goal, if you want to do something, just start it already. That's what I think. Yeah.
Just get going on
just
it now.
Get going on
Why
it.
bother?
Yeah.
That's brilliant advice. Couldn't have put it any better myself.
Yeah. Big couple of weeks here coming up for the Condors, but especially this Condors team playing on home ice here. And what has that meant here for this Condors team this season? Because it seems like, and the record would speak to it, with a very good record here on home ice, especially in the month of December, that the team's starting to feed off the energy and kind of get into the swing of things here in Bakersfield.
Absolutely. It's a real pleasure to play the home games. We got great fans. There's always going to be that great crowd, like we're saying, and it's a good venue too. Like my mom and dad, they haven't been able to see a game in a while, so they were able to come down during the Christmas break and just watch our last game there, and they were just so impressed with the atmosphere and the fans and stuff like that. So, it definitely gives you that little extra energy sometimes, having them fans behind you, and like you said, anytime you play in those games with all that emotion and the fans going crazy, it's a lot of fun. We're really enjoying it.
And you never know when you're going to get hit by a pair of underwear.
Yeah, what was better? Because
you
were out there for both of them. So what was better, teddies getting thrown on you or undies getting thrown on you?
Oh, the teddies were softer. I honestly, I thought I heard something about the underwear toss or whatever, and I was like, yeah, okay. Like I thought it was some guy trying to pump their tires or whatever like that. But No, it was. I totally forgot. It was definitely a surprise.
So yeah, we have a communication problem upstairs.
We're breaking it
apparently.
down.
We need
We're
to
breaking
start.
it down.
We need to start telling these guys.
Jerry's getting hit with chonies and nobody knows about it.
I mean, seriously, what you guys heard about tire iron throw right next week?
That's next weekend.
Yeah,
we
we're
need
all-
a heads up on
Yeah,
that.
we're all throwing
Yeah.
tire irons on the ice. It'd be
Yeah.
great.
Bring your wrenches too if you want. Yeah.
Wrenches,
Chuck 'em on.
hammers,
Metal.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Metal's expensive nowadays. We're
It
gonna,
is.
salvage it. Hammer, appreciate it as
my
always,
pleasure.
man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming
Yeah,
on.
thank
wine
you.
tasting tonight, right? Again, if you're watching the show right now and thinking, hey, I want to go drink some wine, have some appetizers, watch the Oilers game, Petroleum Club of Bakersfield, if you're a Condors member, $10, appetizers. Call the Condors right now, 324-7825. Favorite style of wine for Ryan Hamilton?
Oh.
Or is
ca-
the
cab.
wife the wine drinker?
No, I'd say like a Pinot or a Cab, but I guess there's Zinfandel is supposed to be real good in the area. Is that right?
We can do that.
I don't really do Zins, but if that's your flavor, have at it.
I don't know.
I like a
I
good
follow
Pinot.
the captain.
Well, we'll see. It'll be a good night.
You,
to try
listen, it's a
some.
tasting. Try them all.
Yeah,
There you go.
absolutely.
You just pour them all.
Just, give me one of
I
everything.
act like I know what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be a great night time. So that's all we're gonna, again at the Petroleum Club of Bakersfield. It's also where we're gonna have Tip of Condor Petroleum Club, a great spot here in Condors Town. So if you're not a member, want to sign up, become a member, go to the wine tasting tonight. It's gonna be a blast. We're and you got to dress up a little bit too. So give us a call 324-7825. If you're on my 45, thanks so much for tuning in Condors Unleashed. If you're on Bakersfield.com, come on back. Paul Willett's going to make some picks. We're going to see if the guest picker can continue the hot streak. That's right. The guest picker is blowing us out of the water right now. Come on back. Bakersfield.com. This is Condors Unleashed. Don't go anywhere.